connects to my headset. Huh. Let me check if it's the audio. This is one. Default, this one's that one. Huh? It's gonna draw shit. Oh, okay. Oh, I need noise. This side. Anyways, why am I not getting any audio?
Without conceit, I regard it as self-evident that my research has shown a scientific light into many dark corners once relegated to the domain of the supernatural. But despite the many avenues down which my research has led me, few can compare to the horrors I present to you today of the human body cruelly twisted into a canine form so animalistic it shocks the senses. Throughout history, tales and legends of dogmen appear in nearly every culture in the world, from the cursed Lycaon of ancient Greece to the widespread werewolves and cynocephaly of medieval Europe to the Rougarou of Cajun folklore, and even to the modern sightings of creatures such as the alleged Beast of Bray Road. What I present to you today, my valued listener, however unbelievable it may seem, is that each of these accounts is rooted in some level of truth. A primal fear seated deep in humanity's subconscious, and one that I believe can be traced to mankind's first contact with a devastating virus I have named the lycanthropic parvovirus. But before we move into the details of this microscopic horror, permit me to provide some context for the work that led to its discovery. As I previously alluded, for decades my own research forged a path that may have never intersected with this particular virus. But then, nearly by chance, I met a brilliant biologist equally passionate and similarly motivated to uncover truths that mainstream academia refused to entertain. Sadly, though we were able to trade ideas for a time, the thread of fate that had pulled us together was tragically and very suddenly severed. This scientist, whose name, at least for now, will remain in anonymity lest her legacy be tarnished, was killed by the very organisms she studied. I found her in her home, her body rent in pieces. Even still, her research became the foundation of my own, though most was gleaned from the pages of the detailed journals she left behind. And though I am grateful for her notes and our brief time together, the findings that were her life's work have become a heavy burden. The light of science, at its core, is a wondrous form of systematic discovery. But I sometimes wonder if, perhaps, some things are best left in the dark. As you likely know by now, my own work has led to the momentous, though as yet largely unaccepted, discoveries of the human vampiric virus and the human zombic virus. Both appear to be members of Mononegavirales, and each, through a cascade of genetic alterations, transforms their hosts into violent killing machines, though in very different ways. But in terms of morphological restructuring, neither of these viruses can compare to the lycanthropic parvovirus, which eventually causes such drastic changes in its hosts that they can scarcely be recognized as having once been human. At the risk of pressing your gracious allowance, I will now move on into the second part of my presentation, the virus itself. As the name indicates, LPV is classified in the family Parvoviridae. In general, parvoviruses are capable of infecting numerous species, though most people are familiar with the canine and feline strains, which cause severe and life-threatening diseases in wild animals and pets alike. In humans, parvoviruses are much less severe, frequently causing no symptoms whatsoever. What makes LPV unique is that it is zoonotic, easily transmitted to humans via the bite of an infected canine. Specifically, in nearly every case, it's the bite of a Canis lupus, a gray wolf, or one of its many subspecies. Indeed, this virus appears to be highly specialized, unable to infect or be carried by any organisms except for canines and primates. As a result, the most common victims of lycanthropy, or lichens as I call them, are those whose profession brings them in frequent contact with wolves, such as hunters, trappers, and lumberjacks. Upon entering a host's bloodstream, rather than targeting a single type of tissue, the lycanthropic parvovirus proceeds to infect and, on some level, transform every living cell with a nucleus in the body. Most parvoviruses enter host cells by endocytosis, traveling to the nucleus where they wait until the cell enters its replication stage. Only then is the virus's genome uncoded and replicated, at which point the virus's messenger RNA is transcribed and translated. Eventually, mature virions exit the host cell via lysis, or destruction of the host cell. But the lycanthropic parvovirus appears to utilize a much stealthier method of reproduction. Rather than destroying the host cell, which the body could associate with inflammation, thereby alerting the immune system of its presence, the new virions bud from the host cell, leaving it intact, though altered. In this regard, LPV is perhaps more similar to human papillomavirus, which is a similar non-enveloped DNA virus that alters cellular genomes without destroying the cell itself. In fact, because LPV does appear to be a DNA virus rather than RNA, as with the previously described HVV and HZV, no reverse transcription from RNA to DNA is necessary. Upon entering a cell, the viral DNA can immediately integrate itself into the host's chromosomes. In short, the changes that lycanthropic parvovirus makes to its host's cells are drastic and rapid. In my studies, I have observed that the onset of symptoms occurs at roughly 24 hours from the point of infection. These symptoms are somewhat generic hallmarks of an extreme immune response: severe thirst, high fever, chills, and even itching, the latter of which is likely related to metabolic increase brought on by the virus. These are similar to the other diseases I have presented, but unlike HVV and HZV, the lycanthropic virus appears to have no need of a coma to facilitate the transformation of its host. By the 48-hour mark, the fever begins to dissipate, and the other symptoms are drastically reduced. However, new symptoms rapidly begin to take their place. Extremely rapid hair growth becomes apparent, and the victim becomes increasingly violent. Communication with the victim becomes nearly impossible as their responses degrade into grunts, growls, and
Here's
hisses.
a direct
Attempts to restrain
link
patients at this
to the
stage often
stream.
result in self-harm and even more extreme aggression. Indeed, the victim will take great efforts to flee from the company of any humans, presumably to complete their transformation in a more secluded area. But now, I must warn you, even if you regard my previous work as truthful, the transformation that follows LPV infection is so radical, the contortions it places upon the body so disturbing, that even in recounting it here, I scarcely believe it myself. Occasionally, even intrepid, science-minded people like us need a little downtime. Sure, you could spend that time streaming a mind-numbing TV show, or you could spend it discovering a new passion or honing a skill. This video is sponsored by Wondrium, an online platform where you find the answer to just about everything you've ever wondered about, and some things you've never imagined you would wonder about. Their carefully curated collection of short and long-form videos, tutorials, how-tos, travelogues, documentaries, and more is academically comprehensive, thoroughly researched, relentlessly and presented by engaging experts. For me, nothing is more rewarding than expanding my knowledge of a particular subject, especially when it's presented in a fun and engaging way, and no platform that I've found does it better than Wondrium. I recently watched a course called Rediscovering the Age of Dinosaurs, presented by a distinguished paleontologist, and let me tell you, I've never been so fascinated by the study of these extinct creatures. For example, I learned that by studying the fossilized bones of sauropods, scientists were able to turn the established idea of a slow-growing dinosaur on its head. Rather than taking 100 years to reach their gargantuan size, as previously thought, sauropods like Apatosaurus likely reached maturity in a mere 20 years. But if you're like me, your interests are wide and varied. Fortunately, Wondrium adds new content every single month, so finding new and unexpected ways to learn and grow couldn't be easier. Just recently, for example, they launched a 15-part series called In the Footsteps of Historical Jesus, which will dive deeper into Jesus' life from birth to resurrection. Plus, you can access Wondrium from just about any streaming device, and you can even download a course to listen to like a podcast. So if you want to check out Wondrium for yourself, now's your chance. They're generously offering my viewers a free trial. Just visit wondrium.com/thought.
There we go.
There we go.
The link in the description below to start
Echo
your free trial today.
Gone.
It's
It's still sort of
The
there.
transformation from the humanoid body plan to that of a lichen is drastic and, even to the scientifically minded, disturbing. Indeed, few could look upon the lichen's distorted visage without having to stifle a sense of fear and repulsion that rises from the id like a dormant memory. However, in stark contrast to the portrayals in movies, novels, and even folklore, this transformation does not wait for a full moon, and it takes far longer than mere hours to complete. Approximately 1 week following infection, major physiological changes begin to take place. Though the exact mechanisms are a subject of my ongoing research, I have found evidence to indicate that essentially, the viral DNA takes over the body's process of cellular differentiation, selectively altering certain parts of the human genome based on the final design of the organism. As the infected cells shift and divide according to their newly modified genetic instructions, the victim undergoes an agonizing reshaping of bones and soft tissues. Worse, rather than being over in a single night, this agony is very long-lived. Unfortunately, because it places a great deal of strain on the victim's heart and body, many do not survive the transformation. Such has often been the case in my own research. This, combined with the difficulty in locating infected individuals in the first place, has forced me to infer much about the stages of transformation, mainly from corpses of those who died in the process. In any case, it appears that the entire transformation is complete in 6 weeks. During that time, the unfortunate victim prefers isolation, and likely as a result of their torment, will lash out strongly at any who attempt to draw near. Needless to say, the common notion of a werewolf who transforms at the full moon and then back again is biological fantasy, and the changes that the lycanthropic parvovirus enacts upon its hosts are completely irreversible. However, my personal mantra is that there is some truth to just about every myth, and as I present the information I have gleaned from my own research and that of my colleagues,
Rumbo, stop scratching my art book.
And which are rooted in unsettling reality.
Thank you.
The earliest changes to occur in a victim's body are twofold: widespread hair growth and, in order to adapt to an increasingly nocturnal hunting pattern, heightened senses. Of course, thick fur is a hallmark of the lycanthropic appearance, and this is one aspect of the legends that is very real. It appears that the virus may reactivate a certain gene that plays a role in embryonic hair growth, but is normally dormant in adults, SOX3. Essentially, the result is generalized terminal hypertrichosis, a condition not without precedent, though it is rare and not nearly as universal as what is triggered by LPV, and which causes
pomegranate.
body which are normally hairless, such as the nose, forehead, ears, back, etc. In fact, the only areas that remain hairless by the end of the lichen transformation are the palms of the hand and the soles of the feet. At the same time, an increase in melanin production turns the skin a very light or very dark gray, depending on the victim's ethnicity. Victims' eyes begin to appear bloodshot due to the increased blood flow, which supports the formation of tapetum lucidum tissue behind the eye, which serves to reflect light. This greatly improves night vision and causes their characteristic eye shine. Toward the latter part of their transformation, loss of pigment in the iris brightens its hue to either a pale icy blue or an intense yellow-amber coloration. This is the primary sensory change that facilitates their newly nocturnal behavior, but changes in their brain also occur. Alterations to the suprachiasmatic nuclei of the hypothalamus work to entirely reverse the victim's circadian rhythm. Other senses are greatly improved as well.
I'm echoing.
I don't know.
I'm
using.
I don't know if you see the person that did everyone is called Amber Art Extract.
One area of my research
and
that
it's
still requires extensive testing
me
is what occurs in the
talking.
It appears that
I'm
large
using
prefrontal cortex
my
and
actual Discord
lichens, leading me to believe that this is at least
connecting
partially
it
related to their
here.
extreme aggression and
I don't know
apparent
why
reasoning
it's
abilities.
so-
Of course, some of this likely
Are you
has to do with
listening?
the overwhelming need for food, but this is a point to which we'll return. But while
No,
these changes begin
Fancy
early
Art
in the
Extra.
transformation process, the next few
think it
months
was.
involve much greater and
No,
more
it was
fundamental
something.
modifications. Triggered by
Maybe
increased
my
Maybe my
headphones
headphones have a better mic.
gland and insulin-like growth factor from the liver, unprecedented
Alright.
bone and muscle growth
Nope.
occurs throughout the
Alright.
body and as a side effect causes
Do
the
this.
skin to swell and bruise. In many major bones, such as those in the arms, legs, hands, and feet,
I'm off
hydrolyne
now.
cartilage cells in the epiphyseal
Yeah,
plate,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
normally dormant in adults, are reactivated. In these
I'm still
particular bones,
echoing.
cartilage cells called osteoclasts break down bone tissue by dissolving its mineralized matrix, a process known as bone resorption, while chondrocytes form new cartilage to replace the
We
missing
don't know.
bone.
We
Finally,
don't know.
fibroblasts strengthen the cartilage by reinforcing it with additional collagen. Once this process is complete, cartilage can once again stack inside the open growth plates and spread across the outside
See.
of the skeleton to
Watching my
form
own
new
video.
bone tissue via osteoblasts,
No, no,
which
no,
replace
no.
old cartilage as it
No.
degenerates. But bone that grows in length
No.
alone could quickly become brittle,
No,
especially when the
no.
force of the victim's added muscles and
No,
act
I
on
think
it.
I
To
disappeared.
resolve this, most larger bones in the lichen's body also undergo apositional growth,
I
which
am getting
causes
an
them to
actual mic.
increase in diameter and thereby greatly increasing their density and strength. Interestingly, the coccyx or tailbone is also elongated, forming a rudimentary and largely non-functional tail of sorts. These
Alright.
processes are mostly finished by
Whoa.
the end of the 6-week period, though
That
less
sounded
It
off.
started
pronounced
off
growth
for
may
a second.
continue for years following the transformation. But perhaps the most drastic and obvious changes
But
occur
But
in the
I
I
bones
don't
don't
and
think
skin.
there's much
Beginning
I
at
can do about the
approximately 1
echo.
week post-infection, the viscerocranium undergoes massive restructuring. The maxilla, mandible, and nasal bone, facilitated by additional ossification triggered by the same process as the rest of the body, begin to grotesquely elongate. Other affected
I
bones
need my
are the
phone
zygomatic
on.
bone and arch, which add thickness to support the enlarged facial bone. Additionally, the anterior nasal aperture is shifted forward along with the surrounding bone.
I don't
Are
think my
added to
desktop
forge a matrix
is
within the nasal cavity. As the nasal bone and maxilla push forward, the lateral, alar, and septal cartilage of the external nose are compressed, and the fibrofatty tissue that makes up the nostrils is redistributed slightly, severely flattening the nose. Meanwhile, the lower jaw shifts forward slightly and undergoes elongation via similar processes. Observations of corpses who died in various stages of this transformation indicate that the facial bones and jaw don't always grow at the same rate, sometimes leaving the lichen with an under or overbite until the transformation is complete. Though not nearly as pronounced as many depictions in art and the media portray, by the end of the roughly 6-week period, all of these changes do bestow upon the victim an almost mesocephalic sculpt, and one that is admittedly strikingly canine in appearance. Accentuating this lupine visage is a tightening of the auricular muscles, which usually serve to move the ears slightly back and upward, positioning them higher on the head and aiding the lichen's enhanced hearing. Eventually, perhaps months after transformation, a gradual and unknown process also seems to collapse certain cartilage in the ear's helix, giving it a distinctly pointed shape. But of course, these aren't the only changes that occur in the head. Dentition is also substantially altered. Normal humans have a total of about 32 teeth, 4 canines, 8 incisors, 8 premolars, and 12 molars. Like wolves and bears, however, lichens have up to 42, 4 canines, 12 incisors, 16 premolars, and 10 molars. It also appears that a triggering of odontogenesis essentially causes a condition known as hyperdontia, which results in the growth of supplemental supernumerary teeth. As of this recording, I have yet to determine exactly how this happens, but my research suggests that these teeth develop from additional tooth buds that arise directly from the dental lamina, or perhaps split from the bud of the original tooth itself. In normal humans, hyperdontia would likely cause severe overcrowding, but because the lichen jaws also elongate, space is not an issue. Additionally, the canine teeth are substantially enlarged, as specialized amelloblasts travel through the narrow pores of the dentin and crown, and once they reach the surface, deposit additional enamel onto its tip. This is very similar to what occurs in vampire dentition, and with similar fang-like results. Finally, the chewing muscles of the jaw, namely the masseter, pterygoid, and
scientific YouTube videos
which gives fully transformed lichens an immensely powerful bite force. I have yet to determine a controllable method to test just how powerful it is, but I will add these findings when they become available. But we cannot move on from the subject of lichen bone structure without discussing their hands and feet. During the mid to late part of their transformation, the victim's nails and toes begin to weaken. Eventually, they will fall out entirely as the distal phalanx bones grow into hooked claws. These slowly erupt from the former nail beds as hard keratin forms around the new quicks. Though they are initially short and small, these claws can grow to over 6 inches in length. By the end of their transformation, the lichen hand is strikingly similar to the claw of a bear, and lichen's use of their thumb is similarly restricted, making it easier to move on all fours. A fully transformed lichen's feet also exhibit similar claws. Thanks to the elongation and thickening of the forearms, feet, and spinal column, moving in a quadrupedal stance appears to be remarkably comfortable for a formerly fully bipedal creature, though thanks to their newly shaped feet, which are generally plantigrade during bipedal movement and digitigrade while on all fours, and their enlarged pelvic and shoulder girdles, moving between stances appears to be equally comfortable. But comfortable is not a word anyone would use to describe the transformation process itself. It is likely immensely painful, like severe and pervasive growing pains sustained for weeks. This pain is likely compounded by the numerous changes that occur in the internal organs. Though the digestive and cardiovascular symptoms remain largely unchanged, structurally speaking, most organs, including the heart, become greatly enlarged in order to cope with the lichen's increased body mass. In fact, the heart is so enlarged that fully transformed lichens experience a decreased resting heart rate of around 40 to 50 beats per minute, similar to that of a large bear. As such, the physiological reliance on this organ makes them much more vulnerable to chest injuries, especially since their ability to clot blood, heal injuries, and fight infection is not superior to humans and other mammals. The common conception that silver is more effective than any other kind of bullet is pure fiction. Lichens also exhibit shorter digestive tracts, likely an adaptation to their diet, which leads directly to my next point. To fuel their increased muscle hypertrophy, improve operations and skeletal composition, and their increased overall metabolism,
I wasn't expecting to catch your voice.
and more specifically, protein. Though they prefer isolation a majority of the time, lichens are not picky when it comes to food sources. Indeed, any living thing in close proximity to a lichen is truly in mortal danger, and they will likely fall victim to the beast's insatiable appetite.
You need to watch what you watch.
The net effect of these extreme alterations to the humanoid body plan is clear. Post-transformation, victims of LPV are reduced to an aggressive, animalistic state. Legs and arms are restructured to allow for effective locomotion in both bipedal and quadrupedal stances. The facial muscles and bones form a kind of snout, and medium-length hair covers their entire body. These stark and even radical changes are cemented until the poor creature dies, though I have no evidence to show that lichen lifespans are longer or shorter than the average humans. Needless to say, it is clear where the persisting legends of werewolves come from. But one nagging question has likely already occurred to you, as it did to me in the early phases of my research. Why would a virus induce a transformation that requires such a high biological cost? My hypothesis is simple. The virus itself likely originated in canines in the distant past, and through a process known as horizontal gene transfer, it likely assimilated so much of its host's genome that it has little choice but to express similar characteristics in any host it infects. It just so happens that primates are the only other mammals it's capable of infecting. Generally speaking, based on the discovery of dozens of well-preserved fossils, records of which were provided by my deceased colleague, I believed that the first true lichens originated in the forest-heavy landmass of Eurasia, possibly after infecting and wiping out our Neanderthal cousins. As humanity progressed into the medieval era, we never lost the deep-seated fear of our lichen predators. As a result, legends of distant lands populated by dog-headed men persisted, as did the concept of the terrifying werewolf. Even today, these legends are ingrained in our culture. Many have thought of lycanthropy as a fictional metaphor for the duality of man, a personification of the ongoing struggle between the enlightened person and our basest instincts. But while these discussions may have merit, the reality is that lichens, werewolves, are very real. Some night, my dear listener, you may find yourself wandering through a lonely wood.
No, they're worrying about it.
Come here! Survived it,
I can't touch the blue line.
limbs lengthen and claws sprout from your fingertips. As the agony and madness overtakes you, prompted only by a lowly virus, metaphors and philosophies will not cross your mind. You'll be consumed by only one thought: to kill.
Yes. I don't drink water.
Work of fiction.
I drink ice
This
cream.
video were inspired by the Federal Vampire and Zombie Agency website. Links can be found in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and remember, you matter.
It's good to be.
Is it dead or alive? Human or inhuman? You'll know. You'll see.
In the quiet recesses of an ancient tomb, an embalmed body
This is
lies
the listening top potato.
Suddenly, the eons of
Yeah.
silence are disturbed
What?
quietly at first, then growing louder. The mummy stirs, its limbs twitching, its ancient tissues crackling in an uncanny semblance of life. It emerges from its ornate vessel, staggering, arms outstretched, seeking swift revenge on any who might have awakened it from its eternal slumber. The popular image of this shambling corpse is disturbing, with its features, though taut and sunken, still recognizable after so many centuries. In some ways, the visage of the mummy seems to mock the natural order, a stark defiance of entropy. Perhaps that is why we fear it. In the mummy, we see a horrifying reflection of our own mortality, frozen on a face of desiccated flesh. But contrary to the undead creature you might have seen in motion pictures, my valued listener, there is life here, though it is certainly not as you might expect. I present to you today a mystery that has intrigued scholars and stirred imaginations for centuries, and one that I have found to be entirely grounded in scientific reality. The legend of the reanimated mummy. My own interest in ancient Egypt and its practices of mummification began when I was young. News articles of findings in that distant land were endlessly fascinating, and though the initial wave of so-called Egypt mania, triggered by the momentous uncovering of Tutankhamun's tomb in 22, had ebbed by the time I entered university, I have always held the subject close. So when I was approached by a large pharmaceutical company just weeks prior to my graduation, I was both confused and intrigued. My initial concerns as to what possible interest a pharmaceutical company like Vita Nova could have in ancient Egyptian burial practices were set aside the moment they presented me with a position and a salary I had previously thought unattainable, especially directly out of school. And so, a few months thereafter, I traveled to Egypt. As part of my directive, I met with several local academics, as well as 2 teams of individuals who had recently uncovered something they could not explain. As we approached the secure location that held the remains I would examine for the next few weeks, I sensed deep reservations on the part of my hosts. And I must admit, as I began my work in earnest, my own pulse began to quicken. What I discovered there was an ancient form of life that is as wondrous as it is
Perfect. I can't do this. I'm already doing the dive profile. I don't feel good. It's too hard to try and do the front profile.
Or, as some have called it, the Egyptian necrospore. It's a big world, and there's a lot to learn. No matter where you are in life, I've found that there's never a bad time to reinvent your goals, your career, and yourself. Now, you may already know Skillshare for its classes in photography, film and video editing, and illustration, but did you know that Skillshare has hundreds of career-focused classes too? Personally, I've made a few goals for myself this year, and one of them was to explore even more creative options. I've really enjoyed trying to enhance my skills in drawing anatomy, as well as learning the process of digital painting. But even more than that, these classes have helped me find my own creative style, which will hopefully even improve future videos. My ultimate goal for this year is to quit my day job and essentially work for myself, doing something I really enjoy. Unfortunately, I tend to be pretty terrible at organization and time management, especially in planning and synthesizing research for my videos, so I was very excited to discover Ali Abdaal's Notion Masterclass. I'm still tweaking my perfect setup, but it's already been immensely helpful in tracking where my videos are in their process, all in their own dashboard. Just in general, keeping everything organized has made me way more productive and has taken me one step closer to my ultimate goal. Of course, when it comes to planning and setting goals for the future, it can get intimidating fast. Fortunately, Skillshare makes it easy to start small with more bite-sized ways to learn and with teachers that take you step by step. Now, if you'd like to redefine your own work or achieve a new goal for yourself, you can explore all of Skillshare's offerings for free for a limited time. That's right, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So take ownership of your own career path and ultimately your future, learn a new skill, and discover what Skillshare has to offer today. Click the link below to embark on the next phase of your journey. The practice of mummification, particularly as it occurred in ancient Egypt, is a process that sailed along the line between life and death. It began with a delicate and macabre procedure, the extraction of the organs. The brain, deemed unnecessary for the afterlife, was pulverized via a long rod inserted through the nasal cavity and subsequently drained out. The heart, considered the seat of the soul, was left untouched, a lone sentinel in a hollowed-out body. The body was then bathed in natron, a type of salt, which leached the moisture from the flesh, transforming pliable skin into a hardened, leathery shell. This stage frequently lasted for 40 days or more, a transformative period where the body was purged of its mortal frailties and prepared for an eternal journey. Once the body was sufficiently desiccated, it was anointed with aromatic oils and resins, substances chosen not only for their preservative qualities, but also for their symbolic significance. The body was then meticulously wrapped in linen, each layer serving as a protective barrier. Protective charms were often tucked within the linen wrappings, a mystical program intended to safeguard the deceased in the afterlife.
Sarah,
The final act of this solemn
hey,
process was the placement of the mummy
don't,
in its
don't look at
sarcophagus,
the blind.
the closing of which
Put the blind
signaled
side
a final
first, get
farewell from the realm of the
Come on.
living. Years passed, sometimes thousands, yet these bodies often remain remarkably well preserved. In my time with several previously exhumed specimens, I must admit that even I was surprised at the level of preservation found therein, and I can't deny an admiration for those who laid the body to rest. In these specimens, though sunken and shriveled, the epidermis remained intact, even at the microscopic level, with cell layers, nuclei, and desmosomes still easily recognizable. Collagen fibrils and elastic dermal fibers were often also well preserved. The internal organs, however, are reduced to shriveled remnants, if they remain at all. Yet they too have been preserved, their structure still discernible after millennia. The heart, especially, left untouched during the mummification process, is consistently found in its place. But in these embalmed bodies, perhaps the greatest point of note is the level of preservation observable in the muscle tissue. I have directly observed intact boundaries in striated muscle cells, indicating preserved cell membranes, as well as the presence of collagen type 1, indicating a robust maintaining of connective tissues. In certain specimens, I was unable to detect many more subcellular organelles, but in others, where preservation was particularly impressive, I was astoundingly able to discern intact sarcomeric units, namely actin and myosin. We will return to this point in due time, but in summary, it appears that in these specific specimens, the muscle structure was remarkably intact, despite its vast age. But in truth, as I'm sure you've come to gather, and as intriguing as it is, the subject of my study was not ancient human preservation techniques. What led me to this distant land was the same thing that had so frightened those who first discovered it, in the modern era at least. I beg your indulgence for a moment, my valued listener, as I provide some context. Among the linens binding the bodies of two specimens I observed were a series of hieroglyphs. These cryptic images relayed a story that has been entirely lost to time, until now. Thousands of years before my arrival in Egypt, a group of priests gathered around an embalming table, their subject laid in front of them. Vessels of fluid, instruments, and scrolls lay nearby, placed carefully for the sacred work ahead. One of these vessels, however, contained something unique, neither plant nor animal. It was not dead, but neither was it living. It appears that a splinter sect of priests calling themselves something like the Order of the Resurrected Sun chose for their deity Khepri, the scarab-faced god of the morning sun. This cult was granted a sacred gift, a physical manifestation of Khepri's power over life and death. They referred to this gift as the seeds of the eternal dawn, and in stark contrast to traditional Egyptian beliefs, this cult saw it as a way to manipulate the natural order of death and the journey to the afterlife. Indeed, these seeds were thought to bring Khepri's power of resurrection directly to the physical body, granting an obscene form of life that was undoubtedly regarded as blasphemous to anyone outside the order.
Have you lost Medicaid or CHIP?
Oh, yeah.
Reach now.
4 out of 5 customers can find
Oh,
a
well.
quality plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Enroll in a plan today at healthcare.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This cult added these seeds to the resins and oils normally used for the process of embalming, effectively spreading them throughout the mummifying tissues. The body was then laid inside of a sarcophagus, with extra care given to sealing the heavy covering. There the bodies remained for millennia, the seeds of the eternal dawn lying dormant within, waiting for the opportune time to reawaken. It will likely come as no surprise, my valued listener, that though their precise origin is yet unknown, the seeds of the eternal dawn were no mystical nor metaphysical substance. Indeed, these seeds are the spores of a fungus I have tentatively named Cryptomycota aegyptiaca. It is my hypothesis that this fungus is a member of Hippocreols, an order that includes many families, including Ophiocordyceps, the infamous zombie ant parasite. Though more research is necessary to determine Aegyptiaca's precise taxonomy, I can safely say that, at the very least, it is a sac fungi of phylum Ascomycota. Like Ophiocordyceps, Aegyptiaca is a parasitic fungus with a specific definitive host. But of course, rather than insects, this particular fungus is anthropopathogenic, specialized to infect humans. This alone is a momentous discovery, as until now, no fungus capable of influencing human movement patterns has been identified. But I am getting ahead of myself. Before I can elaborate on how a fungus can manipulate a human host, I had to know how any form of life could survive for millennia within a dark, sealed tomb. For fungi, however, the answer is well documented. Upon sealing of the sarcophagus, conditions that would otherwise promote germination are reduced, such as temperatures and nutrient supplies. This causes the fungus to activate a series of genetic and biochemical responses. First, through the deposition of additional layers of chitin and melanin, the cell wall is thickened, providing protection against physical and chemical stressors, including desiccation and nutrient deprivation. Second is the downregulation of metabolic activity, such as the expression of genes.
Man, he looks like a dragon leg, but...
Preservation. In short,
We're going with...
Wait, is he on a train?
these processes are not unheard of in documented fungi, but I have observed that the cells of Aegyptiaca are particularly well suited for extraordinarily long-term resource deprivation. It appears that the cytoplasm of its spores is both exceptionally viscous and acidic, altering the solubility of its proteins, including metabolic enzymes. Interestingly, the mummification techniques employed specifically by the Order of the Resurrected Sun appear to have resulted in much greater moisture retention than traditional mummies. I believe that this was accomplished through two primary means. First, the sarcophagi were sealed by what appears to be a unique mixture of resin, beeswax, and clay, all of which formed a nearly impenetrable barrier and maintained a kind of homeostasis within the coffin. Second, and perhaps more importantly, the mummies themselves were wrapped in linen bandages soaked in a solution of similar resins that, when dried, likely retain a certain amount of moisture. Interestingly, the fungal spores present in the body at the time of burial do not absorb moisture until germination, a process prompted by a change in certain environmental conditions, such as when the tomb is disturbed. Throughout the time since these tombs were sealed, the treasures housed within have called to many. While some, especially in recent times, were more noble in their quest to uncover these tombs, others were decidedly less so. In either case, once the eons of arrested time harbored within these sarcophagi have been disturbed, a cascade of changes take place within the mummy's fungal infection. First, upon exposure to oxygen, the physical properties of the cells are awakened from their viscous dormancy. My observations indicate that metabolic activity significantly escalates, leading to a swift increase in the production of proteins, DNA, and RNA. Interestingly, this is the point, after so many centuries, that the spores begin to uptake any surrounding water, and may triple or even quadruple in diameter. These changes are catalyzed by a group of specialized proteins that appear to act as molecular chaperones, which, under periods of extreme environmental stress, help other proteins from becoming misfolded or aggregated. Specifically, in response to an influx of oxygen, a heat shock protein I have named FSPX appears to catalyze the transformation of both the cytoplasm's level of viscosity and the reactivation of metabolic processes. FSPX also appears to resolubilize certain proteins, which itself facilitates a more fluid environment within the cells, further increasing their metabolism. Crucially, the sequence of reawakening the fungal cells triggers another process: rapid and widespread growth throughout the mummified body. From each of the spores, one or more germ tubes begin to protrude, growing in a characteristic pattern directed away from the spore's apex. These tubes are actually the early stages of hyphal growth, the filamentous structures that form the primary architecture of the fungal network, itself known as the mycelium. As these germ tubes extend, they branch and interconnect, creating a complex web of hyphae. In the specimens I examined, it was clear that these filaments extend across and, to a staggering extent, infiltrate nearly all of the mummified tissues. But as with other fungal growths, this hyphal network is not a passive structure. As previously mentioned, it is actively involved in the extraction and absorption of nutrients from these tissues, enabling the fungus to grow and proliferate. Simultaneously, the hyphae also serve as conduits for the transport of nutrients and signaling molecules. This allows the
Zero.
fungus to coordinate its activities across the entire mummified body, effectively turning the mummy into a single, interconnected organism. A kind of
Ruining the
blind,
blind
exhibiting a level of sophistication
That
that
we
just
just
put
put
up
up.
been observed
And I
in other
agree.
parasitic fungal
It's
infections. The entire
terrifying.
interior of the host body, seen in
Hey.
certain ants, for example,
Hey.
may be essentially
Get off.
replaced with the
Poke you
fungus
with this.
itself. Not only this, but individual fungus cells will act cooperatively to form
Zero.
an interconnected
Ah.
community around
Ah!
the muscle cells in the infected ant, separating muscle fibers and degrading motor neurons, which in turn causes the ant to bite down on the leaf and never let go. The fungus, Ophiocordyceps in this example, then produces hyphal outgrowths from the body's orifices, anchoring the body to its substrate, while the saprophytic mycelium, consisting of lipid-rich storage bodies, colonizes and mummifies the insect cadaver. Interestingly, and contrary to popular belief, at the time of death, this fungus is found everywhere in the ant's body, except the brain. In human mummies, however, most of this hard work of bodily transformation was accomplished by the embalmers. And so, as the hyphal network penetrates the mummified tissues, it finds an environment perfectly suited for
Want
its
his arms to
activity
be?
in all ways, that is,
Got
except
the
the
pee
brain.
crawl.
As a result, the
Wow.
fungus is forced to seek out a more hospitable location, and upon germination, it will do so through precise manipulation of the flesh that contains it. On average, it takes roughly 48 hours for the fungal mycelium to infiltrate the atrophied muscle tissue to a level necessary for the next stage of its life cycle. By this time, the mummy itself, having been exhumed by robbers or academics, may yet remain in its tomb. It may also be mid-transport, or even, in rare cases, at its destination, perhaps in the back room of a museum or other facility. Suddenly, its coverings begin to undulate, moved by the contractions of muscles that haven't been flexed for thousands of years. In jerking, halting, shambling movements, it exits its confinement, ancient bones cracking and snapping as its upright body struggles to support its own weight. The terror that would undoubtedly consume any observer to this macabre puppetry is primal. Fortunately, as we have already seen, even this disturbing sight can be fully explained by scientific means.
I really want to
Exploratory
draw his
hyphal
breath.
extend into key motor
Hunched
muscles,
over.
especially those in the legs,
don't
as well as
want to draw his
stabilizers
breath
in the
hunched
hips and lower
over.
trunk. It will inevitably
Because I
encounter
needed to see
residual
it.
neural structures, and what happens next is a hallmark wholly unique to this species. Nestled within the depths of the spinal cord lies a kind of neural network, a true wonder of biological engineering referred to as a central pattern generator, or CPG. These neural networks are capable of producing rhythmic, patterned outputs even in the absence of sensory feedback, and elsewhere in the body, they are responsible for controlling a variety of automatic, rhythmic behaviors, such as breathing and swallowing. In fact, the rhythm of these outputs require no input nor oversight from the brain itself, unless a conscious effort is made to override them. One of the most notable patterns controlled by a CPG is also one of the most complex: locomotion. It has been well established that while the brain can and does control locomotion, CPGs within the lumbar spinal cord, along with their associated webs of neurons, can function completely independently from the brain, and can even adapt different gaits based on terrain, all without relaying signals to the brain. Indeed, the directing of these activities are inherent to the structure and connections of the neurons in the CPG circuits. In its imperative to find a more suitable environment, it is this very particular biological feature that Aegyptiaca exploits. I must admit that more study is necessary to determine the full extent of the biological mechanisms that are employed by the fungus, but at this time, it appears that as the fungal outgrowths come into contact with the astonishingly preserved neurons associated with locomotion, a class of fungal proteins I have named neural residue interpreters, or NRIs, are expressed. These NRIs appear to bind to the remnants of voltage-gated sodium ion channels, which are essential for the propagation of action potentials in neurons. At a high level, this allows these proteins to identify residual neural patterns. Then, through the activation of a series of enzymes, such as protein kinase C, the NRIs trigger a signaling pathway within the fungal cells, which in turn leads to the production of specific signaling molecules, which I call fungal neuromuscular modulators. In short, it appears that these modulators are designed to mimic the neurotransmitters that would have been released produced by the neurons in the CPGs in a living host. If, for example, the residual neural pattern indicates that acetylcholine would have been released at a certain time, the fungus produces an FNM that specifically mimics acetylcholine. As you might have guessed, the fungal cell will then release its acetylcholine mimic into the intramuscular spaces, which it has infiltrated. There, it binds with nicotinic acetylcholine receptors found on the host's muscle cell membranes. This, of course, triggers the influx of sodium ions, leading to a depolarization of the membrane, which triggers the release of calcium ions from the sarcoplasmic reticulum within the muscle cell. The calcium ions then bind to troponin, a protein that regulates muscle contraction, ultimately leading to the contraction of the muscle fiber. Amazingly, the fungal mycelium essentially appears to act simultaneously as a middleman of sorts, reading residual neural signals while also functioning as a rudimentary nervous system itself, expressing neurotransmitter mimics to preserved muscle tissues. Indeed, the extensive network of fungal hyphae lends itself to this very function. Interestingly, the fungus appears to interface specifically with the CPG responsible for forward locomotion and no others. In short, infected mummies can only move a single direction, forward. But while this process is endlessly fascinating, the fungus now faces another problem. The body it inhabits may now be mobile, but the intervening millennia have made it weak and fragile. Fortunately, the mycelium serves yet another purpose here. As the pattern obtained from the locomotor CPG coordinates forward bipedal movement, the mycelium is able to sense mechanical changes, such as those in pressure and distortion to its hyphal bodies. Indeed, mechanosensation is a well-documented phenomenon in fungi, facilitated by ion channels in the fungal cell membrane. In Aegyptiaca, this allows the fungal outgrowths to respond to muscular imbalances in legs and hips by triggering additional hyphal growth. This, in turn, provides a kind of structural scaffolding that lends support to the lower half of the cadaver. Additionally, in those regions where muscle strength is lacking, the hyphae can even mimic the arrangement of muscle fibers. As has been observed in other fungal infections, these filaments are capable of exerting mechanical force, effectively replacing the function of degraded muscle tissue in the case of severe decomposition. And so the fungus, now in control of the mummy's movements, begins its search for a more hospitable environment. Possibly aided by photoreceptors, a concept not unheard of in this kingdom, the fungus guides the mummy toward areas of higher humidity and temperature, conditions that are more conducive to fungal growth. And still, there is one last hurdle the fungus must overcome. Despite the efforts of the embalmers to preserve as much fuel for the fungus as possible, the centuries have taken their toll, and the host body's store of nutrients are quickly depleted. Mummies are only capable of movement for very brief periods of time. In my observations, upright locomotion ends within approximately 4 to 6 minutes. However, even after the cadaver has ceased to walk, it will exhibit irregular convulsions for an additional 10 to 20 minutes, gradually reducing in frequency and severity. If left undisturbed, the fungus will then enter the next phase of its life cycle: dispersal. After the mummy has collapsed, the body-wide mycelium that provided structural support proliferates further in the nearly empty chest and abdominal cavities. From either the anterior or posterior region of the torso, depending on how the body fell, a new structure erupts: the fruiting body. This process, known as sporulation, is the culmination of the fungus's parasitic journey and marks its transition from parasitic to reproductive phase. The first sign of this transition is the differentiation of certain hyphal cells into sporogenic cells. These cells, which are genetically programmed to become the architects of the fruiting body, begin to proliferate and differentiate into a complex, three-dimensional structure called the stroma, which serves as the foundation for the fruiting body and provides structural support.
I don't know if this is happening. To the secret meetings. What size? Okay. So it's likely he would. Likely he would never know. Werewolf only heads there when he has time. Or Butler is too engrossed in a project. The wizard would try to calm him down, probably noticing a bit more than Werewolf. Butler would try to make Lloyd feel better about their response to his get up. Saying that they're just too scared of him to appreciate it fully. Anyways, I need to look at the video in the stream and see if I can do it. Yep. Yep. No. 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 There's stuff lagging behind. Okay, something's happening. It's a lot more staticky, but it's happening. I don't know if that's better than the Echo or worse. I think it works because this headphone cord is far too short. I think I'm just gonna stop talking. Yeah, so. You're just gonna watch me draw. Sorry. How much of a hassle? Right now, I'm getting a micro. What?
So, and anytime it makes that screeching noise, it usually means that two devices are trying to listen to you at the same time.
Wait, are my headphones?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Are my headphones still actively listening?
I mean, I could be wrong, but usually that's what that noise is for.
Does my headphone mic have a... Does this thing have a bloody thing? I didn't know that. That would explain why it's screaming. That's cool if these have a mic that's listening well enough. If my headphones have enough mic. I did not realize they had a mic. It's cool. But it's unruly now. Let it spin a little bit. We're gonna see. I'm watching the stream. So we're gonna see if I'm still screaming. So, let it spin a little bit. We're gonna see. I'm watching the stream. Oh my god. So we're gonna see. It fucking works. Why do these headphones work? These aren't gaming headphones work. Why does this work? Why does this work so well? Well, like, these are Bluetooth. I didn't know they had a mic.
Oh.
Well, that's fucking great. I didn't realize. I thought these headphones didn't have a mic.
Yeah.
That's awesome, actually. That's amazing. That's actually really cool. That would have been nice to know. That's cool nonetheless, though. That's awesome. It means I'm still talking, even though you guys had to sit through the pain of a screeching sound. Because I did not realize that the headphones weren't working. Or that a headphone was working. I'm sorry for that. That had to be annoying. Happy that works, though. Oh, let's keep them there. I never connected that. There we go. Also gives me a reference for how thick I want him to be. I'm just gonna have the weirdest fucking position. Figure out how to exactly do his arms.
Come here, I can give you those now. I don't have any food that I don't want to get here. Come here. I'll give you some TLC.
The kitty needs TLC. Not the kitties. There's something wrong with the proportions on this. I think the forearm's okay. I think it's up here. I think skinning this up made it worse.
Wait, you don't want to have a purple dinosaur, do you?
A what?
This. A purple dinosaur.
No.
It's on my free stuff list.
It's on your free stuff list is this giant purple dinosaur.
I almost jumped the first time I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, Barney had a baby with the T-Rex on.
Barney had a baby with the T-Rex.
You're the most special, bestest thing on the whole planet. What planet would it be?
I'm not really sure what I can get copyrighted for. So, Ma, do you mind if I check on Prehistoric Planet on the TV? I need noise.
Oh, I can put noise on. I thought you wanted everybody to be quiet.
Well, now that I realize it's going through here, I don't know if this is, like, attuned. Like, I don't know how far the mic goes.
Oh. Well, I guess we could practice.
Yeah.
You want to watch something? I watched something, like...
I just don't have, like, Prehistoric Planet and shit hooked up on the computer yet.
I'll try to put on something that isn't about murder.
Let's not do murder.
I think he wants to know what later means.
Later? Outside later.
Outside later. I think he doesn't understand. No, later.
Later. I don't know how to explain later.
It's an elusive word.
Later.
It's something he's gonna have to learn, like, progressively. I almost have taken it out today. I don't know if you've noticed. He's purposely trying to figure out what later means. Because he knows if he pushes one of those things, something happens. And so that's why he's learned the different buttons, in my opinion. But, yeah.
He's trying to figure out, like, does later do something?
Outside. No, not outside right now. Outside later.
Later.
See, he's learning. Did you see that? He's learning.
He's a smart
dog.
dog.
Not necessarily, like, communication boy. He's just learning. When you have a second, I would love to get access to the craft closet there.
Oh, you want the closet again?
Yeah, well, I want to be able to make that board for the buttons, so when they come in, I'm all ready.
Oh. I may as well do that right now. I'm taking an exploratory break.
I'll watch you.
It's not too murder right now. I need something else in the background other than murder. I know you love your murder, but dear God, you're obsessed with it. New murder show?
Inspiring.
Let's not. I don't want to watch a comedy either.
Okay, that's fine. We can find some.
Hey, here's your closet open.
Oh, Breaking Bad is so good though.
No, it's good.
Oh, sorry, I meant the craft one, but I appreciate that. Maybe I'll look in there and see what's in there.
Oh.
Dressings, forceps, to continue. Glycerol.
This show is amazing too.
Enema funnel.
Da, da, da. Back to the pencil.
You're gonna do like 10 on the SCOTUS nominee, one like Regina will come on.
And I get to talk about my single, right? A portion of the profits goes to the Manatee Sanctuary.
Yes, but you get like different.
I love how I'm using his hands to block this awkward connection between the legs.
No. You.
35.
Blown Away is fun.
What? That one?
Yeah, it is like Forged in Fire.
Alright. Season 3, episode 1. You get your little ass out of here, because I know what you're asking. Oh, look, there's that. This has been missing. We found it. It goes with the tool place.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, the doorbell thing? That's in here? That's wrong with pancake.
Look, apparently they shoved a lot of stuff in that closet. The Steam people probably need some sort of noise, but I don't know what kind of noise to give them. I don't necessarily have Spotify yet. I'll have to get Spotify. I have YouTube. YouTube is my background noise. I put on some weird YouTube documentary.
I'm Rob, and I've been blind glass for over 30 years. I am coming into this competition as the big dog.
My name is Brenna. I'm a 1-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl. I may be a nurturing, loving mother, but I am an extreme force in the hot shop.
My name is Trenton. I'm a competitive and I like to win no matter what it is.
My name is John Sharkin. I'm a class studio manager. I don't get to go to class that often, but it's what I want to do. It's what I love.
I'm John Moran, and I'm here all the way from Belgium. I'm not going to brag, I'm not going to boast, but I am going to win.
My name is Grace. I'm looking to inspire other non-binary trans people.
That's cute. I'm responding to Tumblr responses while doing this. And I just had Butler and Void right now are the greatest, because Butler's a villain, but he's not like a great villain. And this is Cool Copy, if you guys don't know. He's just there. I love it. And they're just this villain trio that doesn't know what they're doing, but they're doing stuff, and they're good villains that are bad, and it's funny.
I am still
Responding to Tumblr post. So confused I was having. Trying to take one. They would be completely surprised, but not completely unprepared. A werewolf has panic attacks without explanation. They're actually about having his head shot off. But he doesn't remember that. So Butler would have an idea of what to do. Blankets, pillows, calming words.
Just ask this episode's guest evaluator, the first ever flyweight champion, Deborah Terresco. Deborah, I cannot believe she's here. I love Deborah. I am so inspired by her.
Deborah's a force to be reckoned with. Likely removing him from the area to something more comfortable, like his bed.
But I knew this was my chance, so I stopped caring about what other people thought and focused on myself. And that's made me a more confident person and a better artist. That illusion thing, that's where it's at. And that brings us to our first challenge. We want each of you to create a piece of glass inspired by how you evolved into the artist you are today.
They would ask what would trigger him.
A dream, an identity, or a bump in the road that had a lasting effect on you. We want to understand your journey. You'll have 5 hours to design,
Triggered him.
present an original piece of glass art.
Although much like the same for Werewolf,
And your technical skills.
they aren't expecting a clear answer.
We ask you to leave the house shop. We're good. I want to say. Glass butters. On your mark.
They're a very sweet interaction, yes. Yeah, vlog. Alright, answering ask again, back to the fingers.
With this piece, I'm touching in with my false identity as a Filipino American. It kind of represents the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in to this medium and this craft. I have an engineering background.
This piece will be a stack of wheels and cogs that morphs into a more organic abstract shape.
Just kind of going for it, you know. Making a piece called Hold the Door. I didn't get here alone. People that could have easily turned their backs on me took the door open and gave me a chance. You know, that's how I got where I am.
So I'm making a glass sculpture that's going to have a DNA clean technique that runs through it. Life is like a painting. You can't always choose what you get, but you got to make the most of it. I'm going to make a vanity mirror. Each little lens is going to show you a different perception. So I'm making a silhouette of a woman that will represent me as an artist to break free from the bondage of self for endless creativity.
Alright, this is about when my pop died. I was 38 feet passed away, and when I looked past that, I realized that like so much of my life has been geared towards me being afraid to die at that age. But it's also what led me to be
That finger, what is wrong with this finger? Oh, he needs the cuddle spot.
He really wants to be on my stuff.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's just papers. You don't have to fix it right away.
But it's your papers. They're your nice papers. They're your therapy papers. I think that's pretty important. They will be unorganized, but they'll be together again. Here, Eclipsey. Eclipsey. Come here. You're gonna be my lap buddy. Goodness, I just realized we had that whole conversation with you on the mic. I keep forgetting my headphones have a mic. Yeah, Clipsy, you gotta be the lap partner with the art tablet. You've never been that. Because you never wanted to be that. What is this pose?
How do you feel about the level count this season? I'm pretty impressed.
I think I need to switch to tall finger.
John Moran. They've got quite a reputation. I feel like they're putting a lot of risk being here. It's hard to come up with new ideas. They might get stuck in a rut. We've seen that before.
This is going to be a hell of a competition.
This is the dome that will frame the sculpture of me. Coming here and meeting the kids was for sure one of the hardest decisions of my life. I couldn't miss out on this opportunity. Being a blown away hot shop is amazing. Got a precious eye. Needs a little higher. I'm not a full-time artist. I got a lot to learn. I'm forever student to the last material. So yeah, who do you have your eye on out here? I'm really curious about the next generation emerging artists. People like Nikki, Maddie, Grace, Trenton. I really want to see them make it go off. I just get hired.
I kind of like the fact that this hand is kind of bulky. That was on accident, but it works really well with like the animal vibe. Clipsy does not know. Clipsy's the blind cat. You've seen him in Tumblr posts. He's got this little. He's blind. He's the yellow. He's orange and white one.
So bad. I'm so competitive. Anytime I have self-doubt, I'm just thinking about Beyonce. Trying to be more like her.
My biggest competition hanging with myself, I'm going for it. I was not
He looks like a dog. His finger needs to be shortened again.
The piece is like a Memento Mori, so it's like a piece about one of my product actually. Memento Mori is a reminder to die. It comes from traditional paintings and sculptures that represent this memory of death. The basketball, I'll sling it, and it will kind of represent a heart. And when it comes out that I want it to, then it's last.
There we go.
My life revolves around creating ideas. So this is a creation. My passion for glass is like no other. It allows me to investigate.
Don't you dare eat my pen. Eclipsy, I see it in your eyes. Don't you dare. You have been granted a space on my lap, but that space can be taken away very quickly. Do not eat my pencil. There we go. Are you leaving? Is spot too boring? Fine. Warrior will enjoy my spot better.
Claire is one of my favorite artists aesthetically. Her designs are incredible. Glass gives me courage. I'm constantly striving to be just a little bit better every time I go into the glass studio. We're already pulling in. Look at us. It's awesome.
This is going to be the hand. I'm making a hand and a doorstop. That's a little big. That's it. I'm here for a lot of other people. I'm representing my tribe, Love Mason. And again, all those people that held the door open. You better come from. Does it really need to go this big? It's kind of
How's it going? And I'm glad here. Pretty good.
There we go. I'm happy with that. We are happy with that, and it covers up the awkward like crotch. Also, kind of like the werewolf pose. of like, I don't want you to see the animal private parts that definitely are not there. The werewolf has those there. But I find that it's funny that I chose a very similar position to those images. Oh.
The glass is gay, and this is like, well, it looks like a molecule form. So weirdest thing I've ever made. This is a crazy place. There are people here, some really big names, and the studio is huge. It's pretty nerve-wracking, honestly. I want to represent my queer family, you know? So this one's for the queers.
Oh no, it's sorry, answering another Tumblr post. Madcat's asking about, simply they were brought back by the magic of the star. The answer is yes. They're asking if they would magically disappear. The answer is no. They would fall because they're corpses. Oh. Yes, they were revived using the star, but they are more so like zombies. So they wouldn't disappear, but they would collapse and start bleeding from whatever injury had killed them before the resurrection. Meaning that Werewolf's head would suddenly split open and start bleeding, while Butler would suddenly gain a large gaping wound from his chest. Both flopping over like corpses. So I would say it'd be much worse than them disappearing. You have no idea. Oh, poor Madcat's in for a surprise. Oh, you poor... They. We're going with they. Oh, you poor person.
I'm sensing that Bert keeps liking about the symbol of hard knocks. I never quit. Never. Sometimes I should quit. But I keep going.
Let's get this part of it out. This is part that's looking better.
Hi, Trezor. We got an ambitious-looking project here. Yeah. What is it that you want to show the world while you're here in the hot shop?
Just that there's people like me doing this, especially in the class community. Representation is definitely a thing. It's hard to inspire kids if they can't, visualize themselves in that situation. Making a mess over here. Yes.
That's it. Cool. That's kind of sad. That's what you're gonna get.
Hey, Maddie. How does it feel to be in a blown-away hot shop?
It's amazing. I can't believe I'm here, really. It's really been
Yeah.
6 years. They definitely make me feel a little bit like I'm fish out of water. There's some very amazing outflows, yeah. I think this is my proudest moment in my last career so far, to be here in this hot shop. Getting in my head a little bit more now.
So she's flying up more elbow-wise. Yeah.
This piece was definitely about me moving beyond any hardships in my life. How just a slight shift of perception can turn something really awful into something meaningful. Recently, I lost my husband, and it was the hardest thing I've ever been through. And it's still.
She needs to be wider though. That will definitely need to be wider. Let me.
If he could see me here now, he would just say, "You deserve this when you're family."
God, I need like a straight line from the elbow or the wrist. Out there.
I have never sweat or smelled as bad in my life.
That? Can I do it?
I am feeling lightheaded. The stomach is getting a little upset. I'm gonna have a heart attack at the end of this challenge.
I'm getting cramp in my arms.
No! Stupid thing. I hate it when that happens. I might be the only one it happens to, but it's a pain in the butt. So you need to do that. You start it sideways, because you left it sideways. Come back here, Bim. I love how his name, like, it went from CC Bloodmoon to Bim to Werewolf. I mean, he's still called Bim in, like, the Ask series. But he's just been changed to Werewolf for, like, tags and universe stuff. He's not always going to be, Bim. Or Werewolf, for that matter. That's just what he is right now. Because it's convenient for me. I don't know why spelling out RBB was more fun than spelling out CC. Like, excuse me, what? They're two completely different words.
In this challenge, we have to reflect upon the evolution of who we become as artists today.
Glass has changed my life because it has such a caring community. That's like most for people
I'm gonna answer and ask again.
Hardship in my life. This piece really emulates my struggle.
It feels like a blackout. With the star's magic, the blood would disappear, and so would the wounds. Back to exactly how the reincarnation spell was first activated. Was first. Just that they retain their memories.
I hope you evaluate or see a lovely sculpture that is indicative of my work and my creativity.
Although anything coming in to block the star's magic would be terribly bad. The universe is technically travel locked. Travel locked.
I mean, I'm really excited. It's a nice contrast what you've got going on with the marionettes.
Only allowing to go to universes that are used more so for gaming videos.
It's telling the viewer what to think and how to think. There's not much room for interpretation.
This is Trenton's piece.
I'm in love with this piece. I see a sense of deity from this culture. Things like this were originally carved in wood, so doing it in glass just takes it one step further.
So if something got in to disrupt the star,
It's okay.
This is Brenda's piece.
You know, all of this kind of broken glass.
to disrupt. Disrupt.
I definitely give her props on the technical
I
side.
hate my Google Translate.
And a butterfly. It's a little bit
Disrupt.
This is Maddie's book. Instead of life being like a box of chocolates, Maddie found out life was more like a gumball machine.
It would be caps and Hat's immediate problem.
This is John Moran's piece.
We have a whole bunch of different looking kind of objects here. I'm not sure that it really kind of coalesced into a strong narrative.
For me, this piece is
The only reason Void is there is because Moon was traveling on a mope trip.
This is Garen's case. He has done a really great job of sculpting the hand and even
Moping.
are done really well. Do you think this is Dan showing off? How much glass he gave?
Mope.
I don't doubt it. This is a competition, so I think you're gonna go big and not go home. This is Claire's case. That is a very efficient glass blower that had 5 hours. I feel like she has the potential to have done so much more. Maybe she's playing it safe, I'm not sure. I think Claire maybe just struggling with new shop. But everyone's in the same conditions.
Especially if it disrupted it.
It is pretty cute and endearing. But it's telling a story of cuteness.
Cat and hat.
Where evolution is an artist. This is
Hat is Moon. Cap is Casey.
This is like a rainbow, queer molecular structure that's going to grow up into something big. I just think it's playful, fun. I love it.
So to everyone that was revived, it would feel like a blackout. Confused at why they blacked out, but unaffected.
This is Mindy's case. Well, I see that this is a vanity mirror. However, I'm having trouble really seeing the point to this. I guess I see the pink as maybe being, reference to the idea of those colored glasses. It's a pretty basic concept. It's kind of a cliche. So I'd rather not see a cliche. It's not going to cut it. It's not going to cliche it. If Mindy stays in the competition, I hope that we see more evidence of technical chops. All right. Are you two up for a local TV?
Okay.
Ready? Is that work?
Back to the drawing.
There are flaws in movies, for sure. But I feel pretty confident. I'm already deciding what I'm going to do when I get home. I'm freaking out.
If possibly use first time going to crowd.
Your first showing in the one-way gallery was one of the best we've ever seen. Nick, have you forgotten season 1? I always hope that it's going to be really obvious who is the best and who's the worst, but you guys are not making that choice easy.
Okay, tell us about your life.
I went a little bigger than I had wanted to, but once you're down that path, you don't get back.
One thing that kind of sticks out, especially even looking at the piece from this vantage, is it sort of looks like you're giving us the middle finger a little bit. I was wondering if that's intentional.
No, it is not intentional. Definitely not a good cap. Or
Grace, what kind of technical skills do you want to showcase in this piece?
Both of these specimens are hollow glowing pieces, and they're also sitting on petri dishes, which is a pretty technically challenging shape to make.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.
Claire,
There we
do
go.
you think that this conveys your skill?
Yes, I definitely think that the creation of the cane with the DNA motif is something that I'm particularly good at.
I feel like you could have maybe some
Goodness.
The bowl is not particularly well made.
100%.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you.
My cat is like.
Do you think your work is good enough?
Okay, take a picture of that. That is. She's standing out with like both her paws sticking straight out.
Recently, I watched the most important person in my life perish before my eyes. But
What is
the
this?
people who love me often ask me how I keep getting up every single morning and putting a smile on my face. And
Okay, come here. Give me now, please. Pick your blue knife.
And with my secret energy is. Thanks very much.
Alright, I gotta take a picture. with my cat. She got woke up by the dogs pressing the loves button. But that was adorable. My cat is adorable. I love her. Don't play with her, Journey. She's not. No, Journey loves leader. I'm gonna push the button. Maybe he'll learn that loves later.
I have a lot to show, and I want to keep going. I think they had a great concept, but I just don't think they pulled it off.
I know that I'm an excellent glass blower. I don't want to be
What was it translate?
I think that was outside.
Swayed by a story.
Outside.
Just have to look at the artwork itself. I'm thinking I might have bitten off more than I could chew.
Outside. Later.
Outside later.
One of you started the season off with a bang. Creating a piece that was personal and passionate and showed tremendous technical skill. Today's best in the blow goes to Dan.
I'm speechless. I can't believe that I won the first challenge. Thanks for the target on my head. I mean, come on.
Dan, as the winner of this challenge, you won yourself an advantage for the next
Oh.
challenge. Alright, you don't have to wait till then. Find out what it is.
Oh.
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
Moving on to elimination.
This part of the hand is actually going to be really hard.
And that is
Oh.
please say your goodbyes. That's the last up.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm sorry I let you down.
Good job, everybody. Good luck.
I am very disappointed I wasn't able to produce a piece of work that represented me very well. Obviously, I didn't want to lead first. That wasn't my plan. But I will persevere.
I eat cookie.
One challenge down, 9 more to go. Get some rest.
So I want to get that creepy finger
I
lick.
am a roller coaster of emotions. That's so exciting.
I need a picture of my own hand. Self-references are the best references. And my mom to take a picture of my hand. I can't take a picture of it. I'm struggling. Like, you take picture of hand. I've already done this hand, but I'm gonna put it down there. But I want this hand. Get my glove out of my thing. Alright.
I never know if it's like what you want.
Yeah, it's perfect. Thank you. We like cookies. It's good to take cookie bricks. I now have a picture of my own hand.
Good morning, Glassblowers. Welcome back to the Hot Shop.
Going into the new challenge, I'm feeling nervous and excited.
What time is it? Oh, it's just 9.
Your next challenge is all about drinkware.
Cheers to that. The very first drinking glasses have been traced back to the 16th century BCE. They're chunky and opaque, not much to look at, but they did the job.
Drinking glasses have come a long way, but for this challenge, we want you to take them even further.
It sounds easy, but I bet it's going to be really challenging, actually.
We've paired you each with a concoction. So, belly up to the bar for a taste of what's to come.
I have some experience in making cups, so I'm excited. I think I have a shot.
And tell us what you got.
Non-alcoholic raspberry mojito. It's great. I like raspberries.
I got an espresso latte. It's gonna be a difficult one.
Irish coffee. I love Irish coffees.
Champagne. I got hot and sassy. I'm not sure what this is, but it kind of resonates with me. I'm a little sassy.
My first ever
Not the exact same angle, but it'll give me. Can we zoom in on my hand? Thank you. The hand actually needs to be flatter. Thought I took a picture.
Specifically designed for your drink. And it's not just Catherine that you'll have to impress, because our guest evaluator today is Veronica Say.
How are you, Barcelona?
She's a bartender who's directed cocktail championships around the world.
Barcelona has a huge impact on how a drink tastes. And even the most basic beverage can be turned into something
Move it over to the left. I didn't notice my little buttons were.
you also have to keep function in mind because the shape, style, and weight of your glass matters too.
Dan, as the winner of last challenge, I promised you an advantage for this one. So you can swap your non-alcoholic raspberry mojito for anyone else's drink.
Nice.
For him to get an advantage, just elevates the whole game.
Still not on the table.
I do not want Ben to take the rusty man.
What do you say?
Well,
Hey, come here, I see
you
you.
know, I
Come
think
here.
I'm gonna stick
I told
with
you.
my non-alcoholic raspberry
Come
mojito.
here. Come on. Marco.
Silver
Marco,
Teresa,
come
so
on.
I think I'm gonna stay
Come on.
the course.
Marco.
Yeah.
Marco, come on.
Silver's one of the best.
Finish eating this cookie eventually. I'm a slow eater.
Come here. Come here. Now keep it out for a minute, okay? I know it. But you're coming, I think you. And I think you. Sometimes you need us. Even if you think you don't need us. You need us.
Functionality.
Right.
Technical
You
skills.
look scary one.
Including how well your
It's so
six
fun.
classes
Come here. It's so
The
fun.
winner of the challenge
It's so
will be named
fun.
Best in Flow.
The artist that is now blows away. Will be eliminated in 3 figure out the sorrows. Last hours, 4 hours starts now.
The fun.
So I got a Belgian dark ale, which is brewed by monks. Ooh, it's dark. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay,
chalice
okay.
with free
Hey,
gold
no. We're gonna. Dogs, leave him be. Leave him be.
brew this beer.
Don't be in his face. He's a good boy. You can leave it from below. Hey, Zero Journey, stop. Don't be assholes.
The thing of a banana, when you look at it, it's gonna be yellow, possibly has some like brown spots.
My mother doesn't want to have a YouTube video. So I'm gonna make a glass with 8 sides. It stands for a stop sign. It's kind of a warning for when to stop drinking.
When I'm making glassware, I typically use walnuts, so I'm not as comfortable doing this free vessel flow. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me.
We'll keep going. I'm gonna make a glass, but I
Hey, stop.
has some flair.
That's not nice to him.
When I think about
Be nice.
champagne, generally you want the cup to be really thin, really light, really
Okay, hey, stop. Journey, stop. He stopped.
Journey. Journey.
an espresso cup and sauce, but with a
Later.
so that it still keeps like the elegance of the laundry cup. This isn't my favorite drink at all. I'm going to design something that really enhances the experience of drinking while I take my glasses.
I don't know if you understood anything I just did there, but I used the later button.
Oh, hey, Ricky.
Yeah?
Glenn said to look at your chat,
My chat?
your messenger. They seem like they're being. I've been talking with them tonight. I think with Dee Dee out of the picture,
you know, kind of coming into their own kind of thing.
I don't even remember the last time I talked to him. I don't even know if I have him anymore, Ma.
Messenger.
It's been a real... What did he be online now?
Say what?
What would he be online?
I don't know what you're saying. Hold on. What'd you say?
I haven't talked to him in ever.
I know. I think they message you.
What? The point is... Oh, there. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Maybe your phone. I don't know. Hold on. I'll ask.
I think I did.
Wait, what the hell?
I didn't mute him.
No, wait. Did you answer the phone? Because they said that they can hear us.
No.
Oh my
I
gosh.
sent a thumbs up.
But see, that's like... Okay. No, because you see the date on there? That date is like way old, Greg.
Oh.
Way old. So hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, YouTube chat.
Oh, there's a forlorn. Oh. What mic are you?
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Hi. I was about to address a person on stream, but then Mom was like, "Look at the messenger chat," and I was like, "Okay, what messenger chat am I looking at? It's this chat. Hi. What you doing, eh?" I'm using my mic from my headphones, surprisingly enough. Apparently there's a mic in there. I didn't know there was a mic in there. It exists though.
She's streaming from
The living room.
Yeah, the living room.
That's how I could hear you. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's because I'm streaming.
Wait, do you hear Fen talking?
No, Fenn's on the chat, Ma.
But how do you know that they're talking to you?
Because it's on the chat.
Oh, okay.
Like it's an active live chat because I'm still streaming.
Okay.
Or confusing Mom with what a stream is.
I don't know. I try. Oh.
Yes, I understand that the stream is real.
You should ask if it's still echoing.
No, it's not echoing anymore. I mean, is it echoing? Finn, is it echoing for Loam? I would love to know.
Forlorn. I like how you call them forlorn.
Forlorn! You got forlorn on there. Hold on, I'm making fingers. Got to draw the fingers. It's not echoing much, but I can hear the TV. Oh, wow, holy shit! This mic is that good? Are you serious? Well, alrighty. Not much I can do about the background noise. I didn't realize this mic was that good. Well, no, keep it on. I like the background noise. It's just, I didn't realize it was that loud. Or audible? Audible, that's the word I'm looking for.
Someone needs to eat.
Oh, yeah. When did you get her? When did you get her? Do you want to try to feed her?
Well, I don't mind.
If you want to.
I'm just worried.
Miss, go get a Pinky, and then you're going to set her down on the platform and hold her by her tail. Yeah, I'm trying to teach her to be fed inside her cage. Pinkies are in the door of the freezer. We're feeding a snake. Pinkies are dead baby mice. Yeah, pinkies are in the door of the freezer. Take out one, do the little heat up stuff, and then, like I said, you're gonna go to the platform, blow off any sand. You're gonna take some tongs and you're gonna shake that fucking mouse. You're gonna make it look like it's fucking having a panic attack.
Okay.
And you're gonna put her face in front of the mouse that's having a panic attack, and she's gonna want to slither away. Don't let her slither away. I held her for like a good like 20 minutes.
Okay.
But it was, yeah. What? Sorry. Oh, they posted that one. Let's like this shit. Responding to a thing on Tumblr. I'm gonna zoom out though so I don't lose track of what I'm drawing. I'm drawing the thumb. There you go. Look at that, buddy. Creepy hands and all. Without a head currently, because I like to draw the heads last. Okay. Let's go respond to this. Werewolf would be the quickest to assess the situation. Running over in panic to grab his hands.
Alright, I'm turning the stove top on. It will be for 5 minutes. Then it has to turn off.
Okay.
That's my reminder to you that I'm turning it.
Yes, I'm in the living room. That's where my computer is, Forlome. I have my Forlome. My computer is in the living room because I can. And I don't care if people stare at my work or hear me stream. Yes. Asking him why he's in such a panic. Butler quickly running up behind. Probably, unfortunately, having a coughing fit. Sure, you can advertise my channel. If you repost it everywhere. I don't care. I need more, I would love more viewers. I'm just drawing shit. So. Wrapping Void in a tight hug. Unable to speak due to the coughing, but simply hugging him tight while Werewolf tries to talk him through it. Both completely unaware of what just happened and why he's so upset. There we go. And then the other one to answer on Tumblr. Prepare for the gays! Oh man, my whole, the Tumblr that this is connected to is full of, like, trans folk and other, there's a lot of people on Tumblr. Trans folk, fandom folk, technically people with the split personality disorder, which I've now learned of.
We showed a flag one day.
Yes, we had our big flag. We just put it in front of the stream cam. I don't have a camera for the computer right now, but eventually, one's coming in. I think it's weird. I got it off of a site that's funky in my opinion. CC's travel log is already being looked up. CC is travel logged. Travel logged, locked. RBB is not. People could technically trace back to, well, not trace. Find the blue moon's dimension. The problem is tracing it down. Since it's done with the cube, you only have a split second to really grab the signature before it's just not there anymore. The cube's funky like that. Blue Moon will give the universe number out to friends, though.
Will you tell Ben I don't know if you're ready, but I'm trying to see his name.
Ben, if you're looking for Ma, they're feeding a snake. They're shaking a pinky mouse violently to ensue. What?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just shake it violently. You're gonna make your hand tremble. That's what I was doing. I was trembling my hand. And after a while of shoving it in her face for long enough and making it look like it was violently struggling.
She's like really mad. See that? Why don't get away?
Well, don't tremble it that bad. Just like
Here.
Here, yeah, I'll switch because.
Okay, because I gotta deal with the water.
Yeah.
Here. I mean, she's not trying to bite me or anything.
No, she's not gonna bite you. She's just.
Okay. Try one more. I mean, there's a chance it's colder now a bit, but I made it warm.
Feeding the snake is something we all hate. Affect the body.
with a cup of warm water in it. And you can douse it then if you want.
Come on, Shatter. Do I really have to put you in a box? I really want to teach you. Come on. Shatter, it's a nice juicy pinky.
Right? So that's the right thing.
They're diurnal.
Yeah.
Or, what's it called? Basically, they hunt at dusk and dawn. Dang it. Come on, darling.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I just knocked them over.
The tongues are not your prey. Nope. Darling Shatter.
Journey, shut up. Hey. Here. You can give it a dunk if you want.
Come on, Shatter.
Yeah, I can't shake it like that. That's
It's called pain shaking.
well, and also because fine motor shit going on. I can't do that. I wonder if she was like, what the hell wrong with you? I was just like doing a wee like shaking it. Oh yeah, put that right there. See if you want it. First you might have to just, try tomorrow.
Holding a pinky in front of a snake that does not want to eat it.
She's thinking about it, isn't she? You hungry, baby? Come on, you're hungry. Oh my gosh. It's so hot here. Oh,
She wants to travel on top of the things. I guess I need to put this down for a second. Oh. Come on, darling, it's something to eat. Oh, she's trying to slither away again. I think I'm gonna have to try this tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't have the time to do this for a while, so.
I would put it on the table thingy in there, just in case she magically does do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could just go.
Can you give me some water so I can refill it for her?
So you do what?
Water. Just give me a cup of water.
Okay. Like, for her to drink some, or?
No, it's for me to pour into her water bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I asked me why I dropped the bowl, because I didn't know what we were doing. Watch out, Jared. Okay. Water.
Thank you so much.
You got it? It's kind of filled to the brim.
Alright, she's hiding. She's going into her Triceratops. Oh my god, there is a renewed pain in my fingers and arm now. Her feeding tongs go back on top of her bowl. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the screen now. Yeah, I was on that forever. Oh, it looks like Ben left. Okay. Oh. Well, the image for the first real stream is literally just 3 edits. It's the Eclipse Brothers. If anyone's wondering what that image that you saw when you first looked at the stream, that's an image I stole from the Eclipse Brothers. That is yay! Good for you, Mommy. No stovetop for Mommy. Mama is not allowed to have the stovetop on because she set it fire twice. Just all my little models here have this type of neck. I technically could be doing it straight. This don't. I don't really want to. This is more straight because I needed to get that straighter posture. Who are the Eclipse Brothers? You have no context for alone. You have 0 context. Okay, oh goodness. How do you shorten all of what is the Sun and Moon show? You don't. God, Forlone. I don't know how to explain it other than, like, you just need to watch the show. Eclipse is, goodness. Okay, so, at least in this, AU, do you know what an AU is? I don't know, maybe you don't. AU is basically, when you create an alternate universe, usually going off of a fan fiction. That is what this is. That's what all these drawings here are, actually. They are AUs. So, this right here is my AU version of the Eclipse character. I technically also have... Where are we? Here we are. We also have these guys. And this is Blue Moon, whose name is also Eclipse. He's 14 feet tall. That's technically my OC sort of AU, but he's an Eclipse, but he's a Lunar and a Blood Moon, and you don't know who Lunar and Blood Moon is. Lunar is technically what I'm looking at right now. This is this AU version of Blue Moon, not Blue Moon, a Blood Moon. It's a Sun and Moon show. It's a Sun and Moon show. The Eclipse Brothers were a drawing I made of. It was my first ever drawing a Eclipse and a Blood Moon and a Lunar. It was my first time ever drawing those characters, and it was for a funny meme sort of like situation. I wouldn't call it a meme, but I was definitely poking fun at something. And so I made that just in like quick succession. And that's what that is. Reminds me of the Howl House. All these characters, I guess they could. Perhaps we have Cap'n Hat, who is based off of anime. You have the Gladiator guy, you have Butler. They have names that go off of their base fantasy designs. Bim over here, or Werewolf, is based off of werewolves. You have the Butler, you have the Gladiator, you have Cap'n Hat, which is basically just based loosely on anime. You have the ones I haven't drawn yet. You have Lunar, who is Wizard, and then you have Monty over here, who is Hunter. And they all have unique designs. Technically, Earth could be placed in here, but she's basically just Earth with maybe a witch hat and a wheelchair. I guess now I made her canon, I have to draw her, don't I? I don't want to draw a witch. I have to, don't I, though? No, I don't want to draw a witch. Like, Witch is a nice character, but she's got a wheelchair. That's gonna be a pain to draw. And like, I have to make sure it's the right wheelchair, dear God. Which is gonna be a fucking blast to do.
Are you talking to Ben?
Yes, he's in the. He's asking me what's the Eclipse Brothers. Eclipse Brothers Technically, I'm trying to make them a little bit more canon, but I just don't have a lot to do anything. Search up the collector. I know what the collector is! I've watched Owl House. I have, actually, if you did not know. I have watched Owl House. I've watched the entirety of the Owl House. Collector is a lot of things. But he's very similar to the FNAF Sun and Moon. That's the wrong, no, I need this. Replying back to a Tumblr.
It's too hot in our house.
I'm sorry, it's too hot.
Ugh.
Yeah, poor buddy. Poor Void.
Do you remember what desktop you have at all?
No. iBuyPower made it though. I think it was like a trace or like.
How much everything costs together?
It was like 800.
What? Was that with
the screen? I think we got the screen for cheaper, so I don't remember. I think like this thing was like 70,
700?
like 75 or something. So it was basically 800. Cause I round up shit, and then the monitor was, I don't know. It was cheaper. I don't remember what it was. At least like maybe 50s. I don't remember. We have a heat warning. I've apparently been drawing for too long. Oh dear.
You know if it's called slate or trace mesh?
It's Trace Mesh, Trace Mesh.
Okay, I found it then. Ben was asking me which one it is.
Werewolf wouldn't likely let go of his hands. Just massaging the back of them as Butler gets back his bearings. Asking simple questions and giving reassurances for whatever he would be babbling. Once Butler's coughing fit has ended, he will lift up Void and carry him to the bedroom to snuggle and relax. They would be confused by the touches.
You put a mouse with it, right?
Yeah, mouse, computer, everything put together. Werewolf would be more into it, given that Void touching his head might feel like petting. Butler would be more wary. Not exactly liking it touched, since that is his phantom pain. Causing pain when touched. This is super. As it hurts. Although he wouldn't mind the clinginess. Clinginess. As he does like to keep his allies close. There you go. It's always so random. Guess you guys are seeing into the life of me responding to Tumblr posts while drawing. I am that type of person. I probably shouldn't. I could probably get drawings done way easier if I just ignored all Tumblr posts. But I don't like ignoring Tumblr posts. What if by the time I do reply they've gone and done something? So I like to reply to them. It's always funny how happy they look when I'm first sketching out the eyes. Goodness, I'm making this second eye too high. There we go. I can't decide if I want to give him happy eyes, happy crazy eyes, or like happy angry eyes. How do I do happy angry eyes? I don't know. Do I even want to do happy angry eyes? I could do happy angry eyes. Should I though? Should I? Happy angry eyes, happy crazy. Do I want to do angry eyes? It's just no. Let's do happy crazy eyes. Just give him a snarly. It's gonna look like Red Moon. Oh well. Red Moon's fine. I like Red Moon. That little design with the Mer Red Moon was. I wanted to do that because I was thinking about Blue Moon's code siblings. You know, the dead ones. Well, not dead. I don't know how to explain their absence. They're there. They're just not really there. They're like. They are dormant? I wouldn't call them dormant though either. They are statistically like brain dead-ish in a way. They're there, but Blue Moon's them. He's both of them. So what is going on with that cheek? There you go, that feels better. Actually, I forget, Bim has a different mouth. Okay, I want to keep the eyes. But he has a different mouth. He has that weird one. He had, oh goodness, I need to look at his reference picture actually. He had an interesting mouth. That was my, it's very similar to my Flygons. Flygons not the thing. They're like these weird dragonfly butterfly things. Into the tumbler.
She was like, oh no, I've been using pronouns. Your head is so
Design. Talking about that one design. I still need to draw out the rest of the designs that I'm going to draw for people. Where is cool copy? That's okay. Designs? There's Geekster and those guys. There's the Eclipse Brothers. Ah! Why can't I find this? Fine. Cool copy designs.
Meow meow.
Oh my god, what the hell just happened?
Hello.
Holy shit! You scared me so bad! Oh my god! Oh my god! What are you doing up? It's so funny using the stream chat. I got scared because Lux jumped on the Discord chat and I wasn't expecting it.
Jump scare.
I was very jump scared, dear goodness. I was like, I'm just chilling here, drawing out Vim or Werewolf, and all of a sudden I just hear, hello, at full volume.
Meow meow.
I've been so quiet. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's he goes by Synth Coyote online. You don't know.
Well, you asked their pronouns the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, I was looking at their pronouns and it was him. So I wanted to make sure. Goodness, what was the mouth? Is it this? I know he had this type of mouth. He had the mouth that was very mimicky of, like, something. What was your mouth? I can't find the design right now. I currently had my phone, like my Google Photos, like, do a upload and wipe of, like, pictures and shit, and so, like, I don't have those pictures in my phone anymore, or at least some of them aren't there anymore, and so I'm at a loss. What in the hell was Bim's mouth? What was Werewolf's mouth? I don't have a good enough memory for this.
Was it Sharp Teeth?
It was Sharp Teeth. It was. I have these things. Their nicknames were like Flygons when I was a kid, and they were these teardrop things with wings, and they had these little mouths on them. And I know it looks similar to this. But I don't remember how, because I know he had cheeks, and because it wasn't this, I don't think, was it? Was it this? And I'm just blind? No, it was that. He had like this weird pumpkin mouth. This is better, but that's not exactly what I want. He needs to have the cuddly teeth that make you feel dread. No! Why did it do that?
I have come to say what are you up to?
So you want to know something? I'm sure you hear that the mic is functioning.
I do.
Yeah, you want to know what?
What happened?
So, oh my god. I felt so dumb when I figured this out. So I have my gaming headset, and then I have my normal, like, ones that I've used before for, like, just everything.
Yeah.
They're just some, good headset that I bought because I wanted a good headset, alright? Apparently they have a mic built into them. They are Bluetooth connected, which means like I had no issues with, how it was connected into the audio system. It was going through Bluetooth. I didn't realize that if we ever rewatch the Scream, the beginning is full of echoes and then screeches. Because I was trying to figure out a mic and I was testing out, other headsets. Turns out this thing just has a mic. And apparently it's very good because you can hear the environment around me enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. I mean, it's great that my headset has, a mic.
It's kind of bad because you can hear the background noise.
Yeah, it's a little crazy because you can hear the background noise, but it's not terrible. That's what he had. That's what he had. He had a little meow meow mouth right there that became things. If I can do the arc right. And probably higher too. So how's your day going?
I've kinda accepted everything.
There we go.
New altar formed.
New altar formed. I bet that was fun. At least you got to figure out any of your friends that actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm over here in the conversation, I'm like, yeah! Hey! I'm like, I have no context, but thumbs up! Here we go!
But yeah, I'm just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, I'll just go with the flow too. You just get it. Who is this? Oh, Formo, this is friend. This is a friend on Discord. You don't have my Discord, do you? You could technically join. But, what type of eyes do I want you to have? Eyes? Yeah, they work. They're kind of soulless, but they work. It also means that he'll probably be the only one that I have to actually color in the pupils instead of having my my black outline that I usually have. Hey, we're going with it. Now he has a ribbon tail.
Can you go outside? Okay.
And he has a really long ribbon tail, actually. It's longer than Blue Moon's, which is I think I wrote that in my notes. Has tail longer than Blue Moon's, because I wanted him to have a long tail. He has a long tail. Best way to make a ribbon, right there. If you ever need a ribbon, you just do it like that.
Yeah.
It works so well. So just copy and paste the ribbon you had, the line you had for the ribbon, and just copy and paste the stuff over. My Discord. Oh, you want me to add you on Discord? Alright. Hold on. Let me finish the ribbon tail, because I'm going to have it play out so I can remember what the end of his ribbon tail looks like. It looks like a standard ribbon, really. Like a tongue of a lion. Okay, and now I have to draw Ben's hat. At least I can get the outline deleted. Everything's sideways because I had to re-log into the thing with I had to get the You can see in my stupid thing here that it's sideways because I had to log out and then log back in, but like it was sideways when I did it. Hold on. Skeletor. Oh, my phone's about to die. Well, it's good I'm not really using it, but still. Let's see. We're gonna try and add my brother here. Dun, dun, dun. Into the shenanigans. Invite.
Wait, who's Forlorn?
Forlorn is my brother Finn? Finn, I think it is now.
The trans one?
No, that's that's my sister, well, brother. Skeletor. Why am I struggling spelling Skeletor? No, it's not a friend. I just want to invite him anonymously. Here, you're good in Messenger. How's that? Oh, are you trans too? I have not talked with you in ever. There, you must join the Shenanigans Discord online. I'm glad I found you on there, to be honest. It's a she now. Alright, sorry. It's been a very long time since I've talked with you. I guess I have true trans siblings. I was not aware. Alright. Goodness, I need his design. Why can't Tumblr just be... I'm using my phone because I like to have my references on my phone. But why can't my Tumblr search just be nice to me and just show me designs? I know it's under designs. Designs. Show me the designs of the cool copy crew. Please, I beg of you. I know they're there. Because it's under design or under designs. I just want...
Well, I'm gonna head off and leave you to it.
Yes. I was surprised anyone joined. It's very late. It is very late right now.
See ya.
Bye-bye! Oh, where is the design? Now I'm gonna have to look in like my Google Photos. Because I can't find it. There they are. Because he has his cat that shows off in front of his face. Get off of my thing! Kitty cat!
Hello?
Hello! You figured out Discord? I heard you.
Okay, you did. Okay.
Yes, I did. Hello. Then.
Hi. How's it going?
We are drawing a character. Look at his little simple hat. Yes, it actually went really well for the first drawing. Yes?
I had your stream on. I'm also working on D&D right now.
Sweet. I'm drawing.
Yeah, I kept it on for the algo, so.
they even have? I don't think they have. I don't think Werewolf has those teardrop things. Do I even want him to?
But did you see my message that I have a mic you might want to borrow?
Oh, you have a mic for me?
Yeah, in fact, it's the mic that I'm using right now.
Oh, well, don't you need it? I mean, I have a mic coming in.
Oh, you do? What type of mic?
I do not remember. I got it off of Temu, which is shady as shit, so I don't
The
honestly
Temu
know.
app?
Yeah, my mom was like, I need you to help my
Mhm.
friend with a something something, and I was like, okay, and so I downloaded it, and it's like, you want free stuff, and I'm like, fuck, sure, I don't know, and then I
Yeah,
did a
be
bunch of things,
careful.
and I just,
That
and it did that. No, that's not the right
I
one.
noticed that app has a lot of people, well, a lot of like they offshore a lot of scams, as in they basically make a lot of room so that they can advertise for other scams. But on the other hand, you can get the deals that they advertise on there.
Yeah, I mean, mom's gotten stuff from this other website or something. She hasn't gotten anything off of Temu though, from what I've heard from her.
They were selling Nintendo Switches for like $8, and even though it took people like 8 months, but people did get $8 like Nintendo Switches at one point. But you have to just be careful that you don't click on anything else that might be really scamish. So.
Yeah, no. I didn't know what I was doing. I honestly didn't even think it would give it to me.
Mhm.
I was like, click, 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 click. There you go. Here you go, mom. There's your deal, shit. And then it's like, this will be coming in the mail soon. I'm like, oh. So that
Yeah.
they actually went through. All right, great.
I just hope that it comes soon enough that it doesn't like take forever.
Well, it's coming in like the 26th of January or something.
Oh, really?
I think.
Well, nonetheless, I have more mics. Like I have my the thing is I'm not using this mic to like do anything other than get it be on Discord. I got it from a teacher a long time ago.
Oh. So it's just kind of there?
Well, it's super nice for online games because everyone hears my like silky smooth voice.
Right.
But for someone who wants to like stream, it would be better put to use. That's for sure.
Yeah, probably. I'm planning on at least doing these little art streams more commonly. Plus, I don't know. I have done streaming with on the PlayStation. I can't get it to stream on the goddamn YouTube though, because it's like, I need your YouTube verification, and I'm like, here's my verification, and it's like, I need your phone number, and I'm like, that's great, and then like we go into the menu, which I've done like 1,000 times, like, thank you for your number verification. I'm like, yeah, I know. Can I please stream through YouTube instead of Twitter or Twitch?
Yeah.
I mean, Twitch isn't a bad streaming site, but not a lot of people have Twitch, you know?
Yeah.
Is what I've learned,
I mean,
so I would love to have...
Twitch does have a really big base for people right now.
It does. It's pretty good. It's just like a lot of my Tumblr friends don't have it, so the fan base that would actually be watching it isn't on Tumblr.
Well, do you know how to stream at multiple places? Because that is an idea I would put to you. Is that a lot of streamers, they stream on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously.
No, I don't know how to do that, but that would be great. I know I can get like Twitch to upload to YouTube, but I haven't figured out how to connect them other than that.
Yeah, I know I know a couple of streamers who've done that. And that's honestly great.
Yeah. I gotta figure out how to do it though. So Butler does not. Okay, yeah, okay. He does not have a pom-pom. He just has a hat. I love his hat. It's a good pattern on his hat though. Like that?
No.
Like that?
Thank you,
Nope.
good boy.
Like this? Maybe. We're talking about hats.
Journey, put
Hat
everything away, bud.
patterns. I'll totally take a mic if you're willing to.
Yeah. Tell me how. Well, actually, I'll probably just tune into a stream to see how that other mic goes.
Yeah, it'll be coming in way later, but it is coming.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I put your stream on my my Pride Discord. I'm a facilitator up here at Logan Pride.
Oh, nice.
So I actually facilitate the trans non-binary group and stuff, and a bunch of people in Pride love art. They all love doing it. So I was like, honestly, I think a lot of people would definitely at least like check out your stream.
Yeah, even
or
if
check
it's
out your
a
videos.
specific fandom right now, because that's what I'm hyper focusing on.
Yeah, and that's totally cool too. One of my partners right now is actually really into FNAF.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
At least I'll be great to someone. Look at his little
Yeah.
hat. He looks so cute. He's just a little guy.
It's definitely a pull. One of my partners would probably tell them that and be like, "No way!" And I'd be like, "Yeah."
Look at this
Because
man. Look at him.
I don't get any of the reference.
You don't have any reference. It's a Blood Moon from the Sun and Moon. Well, my AU of Blood Moon from the Sun and Moon show, and he's not quite finished. I need to get his spikies on him. Which reminds me, I can't actually show off his back spikes. Sadness. I don't know. This design took me forever though. Or this one right here. He's got a big giant hat, which was fun.
Yeah.
Big giant hat. I will say my favorite so far is this man. It's simple, but it works so fucking well. Butler was a pain. Butler was
Which
a
one?
pain. Butler's this one. This one's Butler. This one is being nicknamed Gladiator. Technically, it's just Sun and Eclipse and Moon and Blood Moon, yada yada. But they go by their universe travel names because it's easier for people to understand. So we have Butler. Or Butler. If I can spell Butler.
These are from FNAF? They don't remind me of how FNAF typically looks.
They're an AU. You know what an AU is?
Yeah, but like, I don't know, because are these characters, like, are they animatronics?
They're all animatronics, yeah.
Okay.
They're just, these ones are covered in clothing. My way of drawing here, let me get to this layer. You can see a little better with Blue Moon, because all he's wearing is ribbons and pants.
Yeah.
These little crevices and stuff are where his animatronic parts are. Most of my characters, I like to keep them clothed. This is an animatronic. This is a Golden Freddy. Right there.
Oh my god.
Which reminds me, I need to fix this fucking crotch, because apparently there was a level tool that I left in there. There we go.
By the way, the stream is always like 20 seconds behind, and that's okay.
Oh, of course it is.
But
I think that might just be a Wi-Fi thing.
it is a Wi-Fi thing.
Because our Wi-Fi is not been great for this, but
yeah,
hey, it's working.
It's kind of funny because you'll describe something and I have to be like, okay, he's gonna describe something that happens 20 seconds later.
It's funny that the audio is lagging behind, but not
the video's lagging behind, but not the audio.
Yeah, whichever just sucks it there.
Yeah.
I always would think it would be the audio.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but nonetheless, it works.
Yes, it's kind of. Oops, wrong layer again. I forgot. He has beast claws. I don't care enough to change it. Oh well. He's technically got these types of claws, but we're going with the hand claws. I've drawn him because that's what we have. I'm not redrawing those hands again. Now we need to get his collar. Hold on, get the line out of here. Needs a big baggy collar, like a dog. Meh, it works. It's not perfect, but we could do better. Is it? I need the hanger on there right.
Wayfarer.
Yeah. Why is this so hard all of a sudden? Wee. Wee. Oh. Come on.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna leave your stream on, but I am going to get off the voice chat just so I can focus a little bit more.
Focus, yeah. Alright, see ya.
Okay. I will see ya. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, not really bye-bye. You still have the stream open. But bye-bye in voice. Yes. We talk to all our friends here. And then we get the spiky collar. Which way do I want the spikes to go? Honestly, haven't thought about this part. Straight out? Probably just straight out. Straight out's gonna be the easiest to understand. Straight out it is. Let's do this middle one first.
Alright, what are you getting into, Zero?
Zero, what you doing?
Being not sure.
Zero, what you doing? Zero, what you doing? Zero's doing something and we don't know what it is. Alright, time to get him on his, fur? Fur. We're gonna go with fur. Hey, Mommy, can you throw me the long charging cord for the phone? The one that's attached to the green bluish base thing. Well, I need the base too, because I don't have a plug over here.
I'm gonna try to pull it to as far as possible. Okay. Dragon's gonna be. There, it worked. Sorry, Dragon.
He's like, the fuck? Maybe should I give it to Paula? Anyways, he needs all his spikies. I just have to remember he has spikies on his back. He looks so cute! I'm so happy with his fucking face. I don't know if I want to keep it like that. Or something fluffier feeling. Let's make a fluffier feeling. We're going with the fluffier feeling. No! Bitch, you unplugged my phone! need this picture. A werewolf. I think most people are asleep at this point. How late? I probably shouldn't be staying up this late for drawing, but I am. I'm dedicated to finishing Werewolf by the end of the night.
What are you looking at, Jane?
Journey's looking into your soul.
You keep on looking on the wall like there's like a monster over there or something.
Is there a monster, Journey? It's just easier to go the other way.
I think I got it. Yeah, baby, I got it. You're my freedom, you're my fire, oh my desire.
There we go. Now it still feels a little too toony. I need to give it like the same like lightness.
I have been trying the entire day to get someone to put period, and I'm glad it worked. And you could put. Yay! I got one of my free shitty things from the place. Oh, you wanna know what this one was that I just won? Because I always forget which one it is. It's a light bulb that spies on you.
My God. You and your weird things that you bought.
Man, I was thinking if we would go on vacation, we could put it in like one of the lamps, you know, in the hotel room.
Let's okay.
But then if somebody gets still, you know, if somebody else.
I'm guessing you bought this out of hilariously. Because if you bought this on purpose.
They murder.
Oh my God, you're so stupid.
I'm fine.
I wonder if I want Werewolf to have the DCA line. Still kind of want to give him like the werewolf fur on his shoulders.
I want the free shit. That's like a sexy little number. That girl is sexy. Alright. Zero! Come here, you weirdo! Come here! Zero! Zero! Get your ass over here! Come here! Zero! 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 Come here! Hey! Leave it! Leave it! Zero, leave it! You gotta stop! Dude! Look at your waist! Come on! I just don't do it!
Trying to keep the dog.
Don't. We're in charge of when you eat, so that you don't get fat. If I get fat, it's my own shit. If you get fat, it's my problem too. Hey, don't go in there. Don't. Thank you.
Werewolf gets fur because I find it interesting. Because he's a werewolf. I don't know how fuzzy I would honestly make him. Do I want to give him like a really fuzzy appearance? Or do I want like this fake fur aesthetic? Do you want werewolf fuzzy? Oh goodness, he really could be. Do I want to make werewolf fuzzy?
Stay away. Stay away. Zero. Oh, wait, Journey. Oh my gosh. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Doggy. Oh, doggy.
I don't know. I think I want like this fake fuzz look. Like they feel like they've been printed and like put on. I could make Werewolf legitimately fuzzy, but I don't know. I don't know. This might change. He might be added in fur, or he might be animatronic. Look, Werewolf's also probably the only one where you're gonna see his chest, I just realized. Because he's naked. It'd be funny if I gave him like a werewolf sigil. Oh goodness, I could do that. Do I want to? No, we're gonna give him a moon. We're gonna give him a solid moon though. Maybe a crescent cutting through it? No. Don't honestly know what my symbol, because most of like the people I've had like consistent symbols. I haven't given Blood Moon a symbol because he just hasn't had one. Just realized I missed a line on his collar. Glad I noticed that. I kind of want to give him like the cratery moon look. Yeah. Cratery moon it is. Look at Werewolf. He looks so fucking cute. He looks like somebody you want to cuddle with. Like, Butler looks really serious, but then you have Werewolf over here, and he's just a puppy. A crazy puppy that would eat you. I love him. I love this very much. I'm very happy with what I have right now. He doesn't have any clothing like the others, so he took 2 seconds. I guess the only thing is to really connect him to Butler's belt. Because that's why they're next to each other, after all. He needs to be kept down a color. Mambo, you sound like you're being murdered, and I know that's a lie. There we go. Now they're connected and entwined. Now the art piece is done between these two. Although now that I realize it, I probably should have kept that leash on a different layer. Yeah. Shitty. Shitty kitty. Ugh. Feckity feck.
Wait, you use my swear word.
We'll just do it. That line was easy enough to draw. Okay. New layer. Just for the leash. There we go. Where the hell did it go? We will just, instead of erasing the base layer, we're just gonna make this bitch white. Just color it in. Perfect, I'm a genius. There we go. So now it's a separate layer. So I can take Bim and just add him. Anyways, time to select the frame layer. I need the frame tool. Give me the frame tool. And we get these pesky lines out of the way. And we look at him because he's glorious. Anyways, we go back to the base layer. We magic wand this bitch, we lasso this bitch. Then we delete that. Go over here and we subtract as much as this space around him as we fucking can, because otherwise it gets all glitchy. And I'll probably be done for streaming stuff. Whoa, alright. Save this PNG. This is werewolf.
Trini, be soft, okay? Trini, soft.
Perfect.
Right.
And then we'll get one with the leash. And I'm going to need to redo the queue. Because this is when they are together, because they are intertwined. Select this, do that, basically. Do the magic wand, do the lasso. Grab all the bits, grab all the bits. Alright. Get that out of there. We want the leash.
Trini, be careful with it.
Journey!
He's trying to be careful, like, but he keeps saying he's obsessed with the tail right now.
Be nice to it! It's ravens! It's like, fine, I'll stand over here. If anyone ever asks why I'm doing all this, it's because I've learned that when, I don't know why it's with the rat tool, but for some reason it freaks out. There we go. Then we have this part of the family. These are like the 4 characters I've been talking about a lot. Other than Wizard, Hunter can be put up to the side for a little bit, and like, Witch can too. But like, I need to get Wizard done. Because Wizard's a sweet character, and I do need to get his ref done. I'm just terrified of his quote. But I've gotten Cap and Hat, Gladiator, Butler, and Werewolf done. Butler and Werewolf are the 2 I've been talking about a lot online, because they're just the villain duo, but worse. They're the villain duo, but they've lost all their memories, so they're nicer and worse. Great interaction to what they are. Oh, I love these 2 though. I love Bim. I'm so happy with Bim. The only thing is that I need to make sure that on this, not that one, on this one, because this is probably where I'm going to keep all the details, is on the same layer that I have the leash, is that Bim's back. Oops, it's so white. Bim's back. I can draw a little torso in the sky. Bim's back has these spikes. I just can't show him off because of his position. I need to like do like a small version right next to him. No, and we're just gonna get a new version of the square. Which I just realized I saved it with his head fucking high up. Yeah, no, we're gonna redo that sketch. But on this layer, draw a little torso, the neck and stuff. And then werewolf spiky back. Because he does have those spikes. I'll just move that down a little bit. Not what I wanted. About there. So first of all, we're gonna fix the original bin on the drawing. Where's it? There it is. Select this. Move that over. Move this down actually. Because Ben's a short boy. Put it off. Click on this. Magic wand this all up. Whoops. Not the yet. I need the magic wand it first. Also, I need to get rid of the grid in the background. I forgot about that. Now we magic wand it. Now we lasso this bitch everywhere. Alright, now we take that off. And we make sure we're not doing anything else. Okay, we're gonna save this as werewolf CC. Yes, that one. Yes, we're going to replace it. And then we're going to open up that file. And I don't mind that the cup of the head is cutting off, so we can just save as another PNG. Remove C2 details. Probably be updated later, but for now that works. Rightio, rightio. Look at our little family. No, I probably do want the leash on a different layer. Come here. It's too cute of a thing to just leave out. We're gonna copy you, we're gonna paste you on the background. Then we're going to make sure that you need to take off that. Cut that bitch out. Hold on. This thing. We're copying and pasting that thing. Now we cut it from here and it's gonna fade. Yes, okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Keep the leash! It's too cute to have off. Gotta keep the bars from, or I like to keep the bars for when I'm gonna stop working on it. Whoa. Yep. Should have everything I need. Huzzah! That is a good half of my rough done. Still gotta work on those guys. Gotta finish this sketch. Gotta finish that sketch. Gotta either modify or delete that whip. Delete this. Finish that. Finish that. Finish that. Finish this. Probably finish that. Finish that. Probably don't need that. Finish that. Finish that. There's a whole bunch of whips in here. Alright, but I'm probably gonna end the stream. So, bye-bye, my fellows. It was nice streaming with you. Bye-bye. This is a mouse wave. Bye-bye.